We can't really explain a lot about Earth, can we?
No, we can't. He's not far enough.
Because book 6 is when those really start happening. Book 7.
So, welcome back, everyone, to Zany Talks. A little bit different setup today. I mean, the only thing really different is we got Toothless here. Good old Toothless. And Logan apparently drank Apologies potion or something.
Sup, guys? I'm Logan. Sorry I look different. I went to get some plastic surgery done. Nerd shit. Whatever.
You say that like you don't have more nerd shit than he does to talk about.
The World War II weapons and, memorabilia. I picked up some new armaments,
Mr. 40K over here.
Shut up.
Well, all jokes aside, we have Butter back.
Hello.
Who you should have seen if you follow our channel. Back in the Warhammer 40K
Don't remind me.
where it was just me, Logan, and Butter, and he showed us all his figurines and everything.
And talked a little bit about the stuff, but...
Back before we became a part of, like an actual solid part of everything. So.
Yeah.
Back in season 1.
Season 1. What season are you guys on?
This is technically season 3.
I wasn't going to answer.
Damn.
I don't
Am I just that background character that shows up, drops exposition, then leaves?
Literally, yes. We have episodes of you just peeking through the glass in the old studio.
I'm depressed now.
It's okay. You're here for our mini-series.
Watch the mic.
Watch the mic. Welcome to our mini-series.
I'm watching it.
So, this will, just to be upfront with you guys, this will be our second attempt at doing this mini-series.
This time with Butter, last time not with Butter.
Yeah, the first time was just a whole bunch of rambling, so hopefully it turns out a bit better.
I found a timeline.
Oh, that's good. That's really good.
Okay.
By the way, so yes, second attempt at discussing a book series that I believe, Eric, you were the original one to start the book series, and you spread the word and got Thomas in on the book series, and then both of you jumped and got me in on the book series, and then we've been attempting to get Logan and a couple others, and nobody's really grabbed at it until Butter. Who
It doesn't say that in the script here.
we don't. Okay,
We
so
don't
first of all,
script things.
first of all, let me take a look at that. I wanna.
No, that's you guys handed me the script. Like,
He's got random pamphlets.
We don't use
Where's-
colored
where's
paper.
There. Okay,
what
now
colored
that-
paper?
no, look over there at
I do.
all the way back there and just see, this is why I'm saying we need to figure out a way to lower that table so we stop looking at the audience.
Video. Yeah. I am the audience.
Yeah, all of those people right there,
Hello.
the screens that are us.
You ever just stare back into your own eyes and wait, what?
Wait, what? Like,
Yeah.
Don't pull out more paper. Anyways.
I made a small realization when I looked over at the screen and saw myself, and then
So Logan's gone for
a week-ish.
Yeah.
Work
He just
stuff.
picked up one day and went across the border to the Canadians.
He's trying to dodge the draft.
he's on a work trip.
listen,
first of all.
listen. You can dodge the draft if you just join.
Yeah, a work trip.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, oh yeah,
Convenient work trip.
convenient work trip.
Yeah, sporadic vacation he gets paid for, so.
Yeah, I mean that excuse isn't gonna stick. There's no way they wouldn't send people with passports. Absolutely, they wouldn't send people with passports to go on an install trip across the border.
Anyways, we've got
I know people who've done stupider stuff at some of my old jobs.
I've done
You're
stupider
on
shit.
your 4th read through.
This will be my 4th read through
You're on
of this entire series.
You're on your 2nd.
Yep.
I'm on my 4th.
Yep. I need to start my 3rd. I realized.
You're not done yet.
I'm not even halfway. I am over halfway.
You
through.
cannot stop.
I know. So
And Butter's on his first and not even halfway through.
we're buying all.
That's
So
okay,
Butters
you had a good
Butters
point for that.
about where I was when we
we
attempted
first
this
tried
the
this,
first
yep.
time.
Okay.
So
It's fine. I'll just have to rely on my elder's ancient
I
wisdom to
think
guide
he's
me
actually
through
a
this.
little bit farther than I
do
was.
believe so, because I think you were around book 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So, Butter, I do apologize if we spoil anything accidentally.
We will not
Oh,
be.
it is
We will
fine.
be very careful.
I will try my best.
I will shut you up.
Thank you.
If you do
And-
spoil something, I'm probably not even gonna pick it up because it won't make
To
sense
our
to me.
audience, warning, spoilers ahead for the great series, The Beginning After the End.
Oh, we didn't mention it. That's fine.
Spoilers ahead if you haven't watched it yet, or sorry, listen to it, or listen to or read it. It is a light novel series. It also has a web comic adaptation. Is that the right word?
Yep.
It also does have an animation that is getting a second series, but a season. Sorry,
Hang on.
We don't talk about that.
we don't talk about it, but it is something that it does have.
Hang on. My sibling who doesn't know about TBATE, who watched it, says it is really good. So I think it just matters if you see it before, if you actually know the story.
I think
I
it,
think
I think
we
it'd
have
be
it's like
from the little I've seen of it, I think it'd be a good series if you didn't know what you were watching.
yes.
Yeah.
What it could
It's like trying
So-
to compare the Percy Jackson movies to the book.
Oh, God.
This
can.
I've experienced this exact type of phenomenon before with a different anime / light novel series,
Boku no Pico.
Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation.
However-
I watched the anime first. I thought the anime was really good.
Okay.
I started listening to the books and realized how better the books are, and I tried to rewatch the anime, and it hurt me.
Yep. As
MT has a very good anime.
Huh?
Mushoku Tensei.
Okay. Yes. Yeah. No,
it does
certain
have-
parts hurt me.
Fair enough.
That's fair.
But then again, the certain parts that really hurt me even more in the books. So
For different reasons. In the anime, it's not portrayed the way that you that
envisioned it.
that you envisioned it, even though you did see the anime first, and then you read through it, and then you realize what it
And
could
then
be.
with debate, certain shortcuts were taken that I'm like, that's not right, and
It's-
knowing why that's not right.
Yeah, from what I've seen of comparing, so I recently just started reading Mushoku Tensei,
Given the 4th.
and from what I've seen, it is actually a really, really good adaptation.
Yes.
Maybe not the greatest visual representation of what it could be, but as always, your imagination is going to give you a much better picture of what it could be than most any anime
I think the
will.
story is almost perfect.
But the
for first
story
bit.
itself is almost one-to-one.
Yeah,
From
no,
what I've
I-
seen of...
You got a little bit more before it starts diverging, but it's
Yeah.
not by. It's just little bits that they miss.
Yeah.
But with debate, reading the book and understanding the intimacy of the little details in the beginning
Yes.
and how they become
We
relevant.
don't
in
have
the end.
turning points in here because everything is one.
Yes.
I do disagree. We very much so have turning points in
Book 7.
Beginning After the End.
Yeah.
You guys,
We'll
by the
get to
way,
that. We'll
read
get to
books 1 through 7, and then I would highly recommend starting a new series called The Beginning After the End, books 8 through 12.
Wait, there's 12 books in the series?
There's a total of 12 books.
So currently,
Oh, right. Okay. So before we get too far, where are you at currently in your 4th read through?
Currently, I am going through book 8,
Okay.
Ascension. I am on chapter 43.
Oh, and it's loading. Book 7.
Eight.
Book 8.
He's on
Book 8, 43.
43. What's the title of it?
Familial Ascent.
It's on here.
Yeah, and then I'm on... I'm halfway to starting a new series. I'm on book 7, chapter 23, Decisions Made.
292.
Yeah.
Wait, what book?
Decisions
Book
made.
7, chapter 23,
Oh.
Decisions Made.
Oh, gosh.
What more decisions
way.
could he make?
292.
Oh. Oh.
Wait, so we're not gonna get to that today.
Like,
we're not gonna get to
like,
that
does he
today.
finally accept Tess? So, like,
Chapter 18. Anyways,
honestly, I'm kind of a fan of.
Anyway, time to get into the meat and potatoes of this
No.
episode.
We'll-
now that
I
we
will
caught
hold
it.
you
We'll
guys
get to it in a
up
minute.
on
I will
what's
hold
going
my
on.
opinions
I'm
because if I say it out loud, I will be lynched by all 3 of you.
We
What,
will
what
get to
chapter are you
that.
on, Butter? Sorry, my brain doesn't know whether to call you Butter
14.
or your legal name.
Call me Butter, please.
You are on book 5.
Book 5, chapter 14. Good night.
I'm currently on book 6. You're on book 7. You're on book 8. This lines up nicely. We have fresh opinions on all of the chapters we're not going to talk about today.
I know, it sucks.
Because we don't want to spoil things for Butter.
And we
Listen.
need to go bit by bit.
Listen, if you want, I could step out once we get past the part.
We're not going to. No, because we're going to record everything. First of all, we're going to record so much that we have to cut it up. Second of all, we're going to record so much that we don't want to talk about it anymore. For now. Then we'll get you back.
I hate to break it to you. Ain't gonna happen.
What's that?
Oh, no.
Sorry,
Someone-
guys. I gotta clock out.
Someone went live.
Wait.
You-
Hey, what that? This is what happens when I forget to remind people to silence their devices.
It wasn't even a ringtone.
He opened Twitch.
I opened Twitch.
Well,
Listen. My Oshi started streaming. I had to check in,
Had to
clock in the
check
VA.
in. Anyways.
See which one it was. It's just my second favorite one.
Bless
so
you.
I don't care.
Okay.
anyway, should we start at book 1?
We have to.
Are you sure? I think we should start at book 11.
I would love to start at book
We
11,
could.
please.
We
We
could.
could. So, we're not going to make that joke because it's a really funny joke, but then it kind of spoils things.
yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
book 1, early years.
Oh, that's the one way. Yeah.
So it starts. He's born.
The beginning.
The beginning.
After the end.
He died.
Actually,
It starts with him dying. Well, no.
So-
it starts with him reading.
yes.
It's
Yeah, okay,
it is
well,
the
yeah.
beginning after
Flip.
the end.
Flip.
So, okay. I feel like we have to have some context. What do you know of his old world?
What do you know of Earth?
Seems it was essentially wars were obsolete. Each country had kings instead, and most things were decided by duels. Kings were just warriors who would just fight for the countries. King was just a title. The real,
Decision, politics,
was
Yeah.
from the politicians and
a council.
yes,
Yeah. I feel like that version of Earth actually fits really well with the description of Earth that is given in Iron Lung.
I did
The-
have some reminders of it, yeah.
Not enough people to rebuild, but too few resources to keep living.
Yes. So what I got on it was that wars were inefficient use of resources, of manpower, of all these things. They were so bloody, not a good thing.
And
Wars
the-
are never good.
The main reason for it was to increase population growth
Yep.
because wars literally just was a waste of human life.
no,
So instead,
You have
everything was decided by the council, and if there was a disagreement between like two countries,
Paragon duel.
Paragon duel, you take a representative from each country, they battle it
Well,
out.
that wasn't exactly how it would always work because
There were still small skirmishes.
small skirmishes,
Yes,
but the
but-
paragons, the kings of the countries, would
wars.
not participate because that would just be overkill.
The official way to settle a disagreement mostly was a Paragon duel.
Yes.
A duel between the kings. The kings had to be capable of fighting, didn't have to be capable of much else.
Yes, that was they were a figurehead, and they made a black and white, true, false, just straight black
Yeah.
just answer for the people. They grab onto that.
They were the poster child for each country. All they
Yep.
did is they were
Yeah. Doesn't mean they have to be unparalleled fighters,
yeah.
but that's
That's
And
all they have to be.
our soon-to-be main character at the time named Gray was one of them. I don't think you know much more of his backstory yet.
No, not until
Not much.
Gray.
not until I think very end of book 5,
We stand with
probably end of book 6 though.
Around book 6. So we get into our backstory. Main character's backstory is that he was a king, very good fighter. We don't exactly know how he dies, but he's a king. Assassinations happen. We don't know that. Even now, I don't know that.
We don't know
I
for
thought
sure
it was
because
assumed
I
that
do
he
think he-
had like a heart attack and went
That's
and
what
went
we're gonna chop
comatose.
it up to that because even now I'm not sure.
Well, because what I read is it when he
He went to sleep and woke up.
he went to sleep, woke up, but then once he said he went to the head councilman, and he was like, I
resign.
retire.
Yeah.
And
that
as he was walking back, he kind of collapsed. So
I'm
how I read that is
pretty sure that was a dream.
I'm pretty. I'm
It's
not,
not-
sure. It could be either or.
It could be a memory. It could be a dream. We don't know.
well, it can't be a memory because he brings up what he's gone through in the
That's
current
why I
world.
think it's a dream.
But I don't think it's a dream.
Okay, we're gonna move on.
Let's see.
Anyway,
Wait. These kids.
only the history books will tell.
Butter,
The history books aren't telling.
as you are the youngest one here, both in real life and in the beginning after the end, have some respect for your elders.
You know what? You old. No. Silence.
Silence, wench. Anyways. So for
I know where you live.
yes, you do. So for reasons, he gets reincarnated into the body of an infant that is newly born. We have named Arthur. We have
Arthur Lewin.
Arthur Lewin.
Which, fun fact. Actually, no, I'll do that for later.
Okay.
Beginning of the book describing the light at the end of the tunnel, and then all of a sudden, congratulations, sir and madam, you have a healthy baby boy.
Yup. Can't speak. Can't walk.
Wait, he's a dude?
Okay.
So first of all,
Deep breath, Thomas. Deep breath, Thomas.
I'm joking. I call him.
The
Don't let the rage bait get to you.
Don't.
princess.
Did you know it was Queen Gray?
Uh,
Someone obviously didn't pay attention.
You don't know yet. It's fine. You're gonna love that character. We get just early life, I guess. Go through all that.
The book is called Early Years.
Yes, I know.
It is the
But
early
we're on
years.
the earliest part of early years.
yeah.
Then we find out magic's a thing.
Yep. And this right here is when you have the most similarities between Mushoku Tensei and Beginning After the End. Both
Intelligent, fully grown human in a body of an infant.
That's
Doesn't
not-
know where the frick he is.
Still dealing with the psychological effects of an infant, also the physical effects, fatigue, stuff like that.
Yep. But also just the way they both start learning about the world and adapting to it, just sneaking reading books, and even the way they both figure out that magic exists within the world. And you could tell me that the way Rudius from Mushoku Tensei finds out about magic is the same and say that instead it was Arthur, and I would not know which one is which.
It's hard to distinguish in my brains because it's such a similar timeline.
I think what it is, though, in Mushoku Tensei, his dad's spinning. Nope, in Mushoku Tensei, he sees his dad practicing magic out in the yard. It startles him. He falls, right?
No, he wasn't even practicing magic. He was just swinging a sword.
Okay.
And then he falls, hits his head, and his mother, a healer in Mushoku Tensei, heals him.
Yeah. And then, beginning after the end, it's his dad spinning him around, accidentally bangs him against, I think it was his knee against a cabinet.
Yeah.
To which then his mother, also a healer in this world,
Emitter.
heals him.
Emitter.
Yeah.
What? What's your...
Such a common trope, I'm realizing.
It's happened twice.
Saying it out loud. Okay, I read a lot more manga than
And
you
then I
guys
will
do.
It
say-
happens a lot. I know.
And it is such a common trope of, I've been...
Reynolds does use some external earth magic.
Not yet.
Yes. So we do. Yeah. Later on.
Yeah.
Now that he realizes there's magic and he starts trying to figure out a little bit more about the
One
world.
very important distinction that I think we need to mention now. There was a pseudo magic system on Earth in his old world. The key system,
And there
which
it
was
is.
basically a way to enhance your own physical attributes for him. And he had a very minor key pool. So he just had to learn how to use his key very efficiently.
Yes. Making
And
it
in this world, there's a bit of a parallel between how those two things work.
between key and mana.
Well, it can't be that hard to use a key.
Well, we'll have to get into
There
that a
are
little bit.
parallels that allowed him to understand it a lot easier.
Yeah, and
They
adapt
work
to it
the
a lot
same.
quicker.
They work.
Only for augmenters.
Oh, good point. Because but it has to do with the atmospheric mana versus.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get into that when we reach that point in the book, though.
Just clarification. He's not a genius
Cyrus.
because just genius. No, he
He
learned
has passed. He has a lot of.
His
he-
past experiences are carrying over into this world.
He has a couple different things he's good at, between fighting instincts, between just mana manipulation, stuff like that. But he does have experience in both of those before coming to this world. At some point, he reads enough books to awaken as a mage, blowing up.
I mean, being read to and then learning himself how to read.
I think he just.
Yeah.
No, because his parents reading to him, he learned the how to translate the words on page to associate with the actual words that were being spoken to
I
him.
think I missed that part. I remember that from MT. Anyways,
Either way, he just started reading in MT, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he taught himself how to read
I know that much.
in MT.
Because he learned different languages as well. Eventually, Red formed a mana core, too strong, blew up his house. House needed to be rebuilt.
So
During the awakening process for the people in this world on that continent, during when they form a mana core, I will say he was 3 years old when he formed his mana core.
which typically
The normal awakening age for a human is prepubescent, so 13, 14.
Yep.
Not sleeping.
And,
I'm thinking over.
Yeah. So 3-year-old spent a lot of time meditating and formed his mana core pretty early. And dependent on how your body is and what you're predisposed to, whether a conjurer or a augmenter, it's either explodes or implodes when you form your mana core.
Pushes out or pulls in. Normally, it's not enough to be considered an explosion or implosion.
Yeah. Normally, the pushing force that's emitted is enough to maybe push the person off the ground a couple inches for a few seconds.
Knock the dishes off the table. It really depends on where you're at.
You
Yeah.
might have a small tremor go throughout the house.
Yep.
Yeah.
I will say the other thing is that this isn't something, at least from everything I've read, that you don't
You don't
actually cause the creation of your own mana core.
The
happens.
particles
They
naturally
naturally
gravitate.
form together and eventually form.
He
Arthur was like,
Yoink.
Num.
realized like, oh,
I can.
if I focus hard
Yeah,
enough,
meditate.
I can mold them and move them,
Wonder how that.
and so I'm gonna start condensing them.
Yeah,
and
which
try-
was a similar process in his old world to how they formed their key centers.
yes.
And that's where he came up with that idea.
As he does.
Hence,
Anyways,
prior experiences.
So
carrying over.
country house, when the Metacorn formed, was no more.
I think a third of it was gone.
Yeah, there was a crater.
Quarter. It was not that bad. It was a section of the house.
Yes.
But I mean, to be fair,
Luckily,
something
his
like that
parents
would
were outside.
yeah, something like that would ruin the structure and stability of the rest of the house as well. But yeah, at this point in time, he realizes that he created a mana core, and it swaps viewpoints in the book
Yeah.
Yes.
to his parents outside
Miracle.
doing work,
I believe
and then
his mother, I'm horrible with names, Alice.
Alice.
Was just came outside to give Reynolds something
name.
as
Yep.
he was training.
No, but you remember that name. Keep going.
Sorry.
Reynolds was out training. She brought him, I don't know, some water or something. I can't remember exactly. Or she went out to check on him, and they started talking, and then
The house blew up.
boom. And as we said, not a small explosion, enough that a third of the house was in complete ruins, and for sure the rest of it now unstable. And after, they recovered, after, Reynolds making sure to shield both of them from the explosion, realizing that Arthur was still in the house, booking it towards there.
Both of them.
Arguably our first turning point.
Yeah. Reynolds gets there.
Get off turning points.
Nope.
That's Mushoku Tensei.
So
I'm not calling them.
yes, they are actually called turning points in Mushoku Tensei. We very much so have what turning points are in Beginning After the End, and I do agree with Eric that this would be one of them. As Reynolds reaches the house first and peeks over a ruined wall to see if he can find, with an explosion that big, at least some set of remains of Arthur,
And he's just
and starts
floating there.
laughing
Yeah.
in disbelief
We get.
as
The
Alice.
first pseudo mental breakdown.
Yeah, as Alice then catches up, and they just see Arthur just kind of sitting there,
Meditating.
This
hovering,
3-year-old child.
hovering above the ground. And then they realize what happened.
Yeah.
Congratulations, son. You have awoken.
Yep.
And I find it just kind of impressive how easily Reynolds is just like, yep, this happened.
He's very much. That's just how he is.
Yeah.
But
So begins the "My son's a genius."
it,
That sounds so close to what
Awaken
the
at the-
narrator sounds like. I hate it.
The age of 3.
yeah. They have to deal with the house. They deal with the house, but then they're like,
Well, that's not important.
no,
Yeah.
of course not.
Getting the house is not really important. They called in some friends that were nearby, and they rebuilt it. They'll come up later.
Yeah. During that time, Reynolds and Arthur train a little bit. At some point, Reynolds is like, I can't train you anymore. Let's get you a tutor. And so...
There's a lot that's going back and forth. What they agreed was, their parents had a signage agreement ahead of time. I think what it was is that if it was an augmenter, Reynolds was going to teach him because he is an augmenter, and if it was a conjurer, then Alice was supposed to teach him, right? Mm-hmm. And so they realized that with the way
Well, no, if it was a conjurer, they would find a pseudo
they had to fight it, they would have had to.
Yes, that makes sense, but I think they did say.
Yeah, I do think we do need to go a little bit more into the
think we're
magic
thinking
system
Mushoku Tensei.
right now before we go any farther. So, mages are divided into two. There's two primary groups, and then there's an offshoot.
Yeah.
There's
Everything else.
there's augmenters who can use the mana within their body and around them to enhance their physical capabilities, and once they get to a high enough level, maybe cause some
external phenomenon.
Yeah. And then there's conjurers. Can't do much for internal augmentation and augmentation of their own body.
At a low level or lower level.
Yep. But insanely capable at external mana manipulation. It'd be your typical idea of a wizard casting spells and stuff.
Yes, they use their mana to control the external mana to.
Which is the
formulate
difference
a spell.
between, what is it, mana channels and mana veins?
Yes, mana channels.
I think is internal. And I don't remember exactly which one is
think-
We
which.
go over the details of this so many times, it's hard to recall each one, and then our perception of everything just kind of explodes.
Yeah,
Hold on, I'm pulling up the magic system page.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure its mana channels are spread mana internally throughout your body,
Butter,
and
do you
mana
remember?
veins allow you to spread
No.
mana to the outside.
Like Thomas said, it gets explained so much. I think I kind of just started blocking out whenever they would bring it up.
Yeah.
Which, to be fair, isn't the most important detail, but depending on which one of those two is more developed will determine whether you're an augmenter or a conjurer. But then there's a third group.
Which
There's-
is literally grouped into deviants.
Well,
Deviants.
yes, there is the deviance everything, which is just abnormal.
Yep.
Yeah.
Magic itself and the way it is used is divided into 4 elements as well.
Yes.
Well, 5 if you count pure mana.
we don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's
But you have
Not
you have
used.
pure mana, and then you have the elementalized spells and mana, which is fire, earth, water.
Augmenters
and
do
wind.
have dominant channels.
okay. So I was right.
Okay.
Does the Avatar exist in this universe?
Arthur.
Buddy, Arthur is the avatar.
Which, okay, I phrased my question like that because I was gonna wait because I'm pretty sure you guys were gonna bring it up later that he's a quadra
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
elementalist
Yes,
with,
as he gets
with
his.
The normal
deviancy,
is
but like,
you have
God,
We're
I'm trying to
in
one
years
elemental
I know, that's why I
affinity.
phrased it like that.
If you are
And you guys
lucky
just-
and
yeah.
very
I'm not.
endowed,
But
You might have two.
you might have two.
Yes.
There has never been a record of a tri-elemental, let alone a quadra-elemental.
Yeah.
wasn't there a try though?
No.
Nope.
No, I think.
Kudos.
No. What's her name?
Good
mentions
guy.
it.
Cynthia.
Nope.
Sarah. No?
No.
She doesn't mention it.
She mentioned.
She comments on it, but she's not the one that mentions that specific detail.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
Maybe.
No, it was in the same interaction.
But it was.
We're
not at that book.
No, we're not at that book, but
I know who it was. I paid
Helstia.
attention. It was Helstia.
Helstia.
Yeah.
Mrs. Helstia. I can't remember her name.
Anyways, other things to note in the magic system: deviants divided into two groups: elemental deviants, and then
Everything
Others.
else.
everything else. Emitters
Diviners,
is the
emitters.
first one that we've seen.
Emitters is the
Healers.
primary one.
People who are capable of using magic to heal more so than just minor recovery
Yes,
abilities that you
it's
get
not
with each
using.
element.
Healing hands.
Yeah, it's not using elemental magic to heal, like using water to soothe or fire to cauterize or anything like that. It is using someone at some point had the thought of light attribute mana. It's not.
But that's what
complicated.
they equivalent it
They don't
to.
really explain that.
Yes.
You'll get there.
to it.
Yet? Oh my god.
Yeah. Anyways,
If I wanted to sit through lectures, I'd go back to
Oh,
college.
we're not. You're not. You're gonna find out in the book.
In this book? The book I'm on?
no. Book. Ooh.
There's another part.
7?
There's a very important part to this magic system that.
No. So okay, no.
I mean,
I don't.
if you're
don't-
talking about that, it's like 9 or 10.
No.
Oh.
So
Well, we
so-
learn what the Legwin
It's
family
not
has
now.
connections
It's
to.
not now.
So where Butter's at right now, he does kind of figuring out a little bit more about healing magic.
I am sorry for getting off topic.
Yeah. I
I'm
do
bad
want
at
to.
that.
I'm trying.
I do want
follow
to just get the
timeline.
magic system established before we go any farther. So
And
yeah.
at this point, we don't know everything there is to it because we're still in early years.
Yes.
Yeah,
But
that's why I was
I want to get this context laid out before we get any farther and we're not having to add it in later.
Okay.
Yeah. So other deviants being, like we said, emitters and then everything else. And then elemental deviants. Each element type has its own higher form.
Plus,
Water has ice.
those
wind
are-
has sound.
Yeah.
Those are
Earth has
technically all
gravity. Fire has
So-
lightning.
yes, because
Elemental deviants are the most common form of deviant you will see, but also are rare. I do think we also forgot to mention how rare mages actually are in this world. It's 1 in 100, I believe.
Awaken as a mage.
Yep. Which, if both your parents are mages, you have a much higher chance. But if neither of your parents are mages, you're
Good luck.
probably not.
Yeah.
Deviants are rare, meanwhile, half the characters we get introduced to have some form of deviancy.
yeah, because we hit. Well,
It gets explained later, kind of.
Does it?
It's fine, it's plot-armor.
Only
I understand.
because who Arthur knew.
Fair point.
Yeah. The other things to mention is that there are 2 other forms. Oh no, yeah.
There's 3 other
there's
elemental
3
deviants.
other kind. 2 for sure. 1 other kind of elemental thing, but those
Mental
are specific to the
manipulation.
other races.
Yes, you have.
You have
Plants.
humans, elves, and dwarves. We'll get to everything else when it actually comes
we'll
up.
do
We will come
elementals
up
part
when
2.
we
When
We
get
don't
to
want
it.
we don't want to
Learn more about
overload
that.
information that isn't necessary.
To it.
Other things to know: elves are only capable of using.
We can get to this when the book actually talks about this.
Yeah, which is in like, what, 10
Okay.
Like
chapters?
3 bullet points.
It happens in the exact same book, I remember that much.
Oh, hey, look, 3 bullet points. I wasn't wrong.
They establish how the world works really early on, so I wanted to do
Yes.
that.
Yes.
Yeah, but let's go back to Arthur here.
Yes.
Welcome
And
back.
just
Wind-
formed a core and blew up his house.
Yeah,
Right.
wind it back, reel
Right.
it in, come
So-
on. Stop chasing the rabbit.
I like
They
your
need
offer.
to get him a tutor. Reynolds cannot teach him.
Reynolds feels if he tries to teach his son,
He's going-
he will mess him up.
He's going to hold him back.
Hold him back. Yeah, that's...
So they decide to go to a city called Xyrus.
For one, they ask Arthur, what do you want to do? It's your life.
He told them to ask him.
Yeah, they
they
were
did
arguing
not
about
ask him.
they were arguing about which one's better because Reynolds is sitting there going, I can maybe teach him for a couple years and then I'm just going to be holding him back. We need to go to the city. We need to get him a proper tutor. We need to do this. Alice, meanwhile, is saying,
We had
we
a
don't,
deal.
Yeah, we had a deal. I don't really want to pick up our entire life here and
Move to an expensive city.
Yeah, move to an expensive
Or
city.
send him off, which
Yep.
is another thing that's mentioned.
Yep, and they're going back and forth and back and forth, and yeah, I think Reynolds recommended actually sending him off to get a tutor rather than
Or
them
at least getting
moving.
his core evaluated.
And then Arthur's like, do I get a say in this? Can I like meet a tutor and find out?
Do I
No.
even need one?
Yes.
Yes,
Actually, it's quite
he
helpful.
did. I think Reynolds initially suggested sending him off to get a tutor,
Yep,
and then
and
he
that's-
brought up the idea like, hey,
That's how that went.
why don't we, we can move there. I can meet the tutors, figure out see if they're good for teaching, and then we
I
can
also
actually
don't
make a
think he
better
realized
decision.
how far away they were.
Yeah, I don't think
I
so either.
think Arthur in his mind was like, yeah, they're
We'll
in the town.
We'll go to the next town over.
Whoa.
So anyways, they pack up everything and go on a week-long trip.
So there's a bit more to it than that because at this point we get introduced to the fact that both his parents were former adventurers.
Yep.
Part
They
of the party, the Twin Horns.
Yep.
Yep.
They and their party members would go out, clear dungeons, do missions, all this thing. And we get introduced to the other members of the Twin Horns who will be traveling with them to the city of Xyrus.
Let's see. There was Big Man.
Durden.
Durden.
There was Roguish Man.
Adam.
The
Crab.
only
So
other one is
yeah,
Adam.
Durden.
Yeah, there
Durden
was-
is an Earth attribute conjurer.
Yep.
Adam is a fire attribute augmenter. Durden's,
Does he have an elemental?
I believe he might not be. I thought he was. If he is anything, seems predisposed to fire. He
Oh,
might
absolutely.
not.
Then
But yeah, so Durden, your
have the-
typical quiet, big, imposing, strong.
Durden
Protective.
is the
The
giant
wall.
teddy bear.
His
Pretty
guardian
much.
angel.
you then have
guardian
the
angel.
Quiet Mage.
I do think we should introduce what their characters are aside from
Yes.
this because their characters do show up
They're-
later times in
Yeah.
the
Their
book.
Characters
Yes,
are
I'm-
very important to the story.
He's going through it.
I'm just going off of what I recall
Yeah.
of them.
We got-
And then you have what I can only dub as pillows.
We'll get to pillows in a moment.
Arthur
we'll
does
also
make a
get,
comment about
Yeah.
that.
You're also-
go back to Quiet Mage.
You're
Yes.
also
Who
missing
is-
one. Yeah, Adam, like we said, predisposed to fire. He's augmenter, wields a spear, very cocky, brash, but he means well.
Yes.
He does mean well, but he's
I have not actually just read through the wiki. It goes
Yes,
into
he means
detail
well,
on the
nothing
full
like
connection.
throwing hands
This
with
page
a
does.
The full
5-year-old
connection.
toddler.
yeah. We have
Don't you dare read.
Someone wrote this wiki article after book 11.
yeah. I'm sure they did.
Don't read the wiki, by the way.
They also you have the leader of the Twin Horns, also an augmenter, Helen Shard.
Helen Shard, thank you.
She wields a
Also
bow,
dead.
Yes.
which is also really interesting because augmenters who are capable of using ranged weapons and augmenting
Very cool.
are also a pretty rare
Imbue
thing.
spells into an arrow and shoot it. Very
Yep.
cool.
Jasmine Flamesworth, another
A
augmenter.
Wind attribute augmenter with a very fast pace.
Yep. I do
Dual
think
daggers.
I do think you're right about Adam not having a
I do
elemental affinity because I know Helen doesn't either. And aside from the two conjurers, Reynolds and Jasmine were the only other
Yeah,
two who
yeah,
had
and-
elemental
And,
affinities.
I think it was a
Which
relatively
even-
big deal when
Which even Reynolds doesn't really. It shows up more with the way his mana is effective
which
instead of an actual elemental.
and as a
effect.
fire attribute, it's just more bursty.
Yep.
We've
She's also the person
Sorry.
in the party with the highest level core.
Through the stages.
No, not yet.
Yeah, she's also the person in the party with the highest level core, which each core stage is divided in. So each core is divided. Its stage is divided into color, and then what?
Subcolors.
Yes, type
Yeah.
of color.
Hue.
Dark red, solid red, light red, dark orange, solid orange, light orange,
Dark yellow.
solid yellow, light yellow, silver,
Yeah,
early, middle, late,
Yep.
and then white.
And then
And so it's just a spectrum of light.
Yes.
Yes.
It's due to the impurities of blood
So
and
it-
grime in the body into the mana core,
and then filtering
which is
it
why
out.
it's red. a
It
dark
does
red.
start. It does start at just solid black though
Black.
too before it goes into red.
yep.
And it's typically not until light red orange where you see elemental
there is a
affinities.
black
Yeah, where you see elemental affinities start to show up. Arthur's dad is so Reynolds is, I believe,
At this stage, probably
solid red to light red.
At
Dark
this
red to solid red.
At this stage, dark red to solid red.
Yeah, so it's not high enough of a level to actually show the element of fire, but the way the mana moves and
Yeah.
functions, it's more akin.
And he's pretty good for his age at the solid red as a
30?
not noble.
And Jasmine, I believe, is yellow, right?
Holy, I don't think so.
I thought-
not at that time.
No, she's like a dark yellow, I want to say.
I think she's
might be.
light orange, dark yellow stage at this
He
point in
might be.
time.
That's crazy.
So
Yeah, because then when they meet up again, never mind. That jumps quite a bit. Yeah, because that's after he gets back.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
a long ways ahead where she is said to be yellow core.
Anytime
I-
I see Sapin spelled out, I'm like, Spain?
I think she's
Spain,
dark
but
orange
move the A.
or light orange, dark yellow
Yeah,
stage at
yeah,
this point.
that's what we're gonna
I
go
know. I know later in the book series it is confirmed that she is a yellow core mage, but it's not actually determined at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something
So-
else to be of note: if you can sense other people's core, as long as they are at the same level, lower level, and not hiding it, not capable of hiding it from you.
Which
if
is a
they
skill
are
to learn.
higher level, you can't tell
It's-
what level they're.
They don't need to try to hide it. I think they can still. You can maybe if they're trying to let you see, but it's like just a passive defense.
Yeah.
Anyways,
And then the last member of the Twin Horns, who is actually the first one introduced in the book, Angela Rose.
Angela Rose.
Wind
is a-
attribute conjure.
Yes. Yeah.
It is
she's-
as Arthur goes to open the door after hearing people knock on it, immediately feels as though he is being suffocated by pillows.
She is. How do you explain her character?
I know a way to explain it, but I'm going to get weird looks if I say it that way.
How do you explain her character?
Bubbly personal space invader.
Yeah.
Older
yeah.
sister type.
Yeah.
Older sister type,
Yep.
big opie.
Anyways,
Yeah, see, I told you, I told you you were gonna do something to me. I'm sorry. It's not
I
my
don't know
fault.
anything about her mana core. I think she's primarily defensive. but-
yeah, we don't really get anything on the state of the mana core of anyone else.
The only time I remember hearing her fighting style described
It was a wind barrier.
defensive.
Yeah. So, anyways, we meet the Twin Horns, who was just happened to be in the area, checking up on everyone.
Happened to be going to the same space, same place.
Both were going to Xyrus, so they. What ended up happening is they all
Team up road trip.
team up road trip.
Carpool.
Got the
Carpool.
old team back together. Everyone's a mage, so
They're just kind of
probably one of the best defended journeys that you could have.
Well, I mean, you could have actual elite mages, but
Yeah.
Best
You think they
the
got the money for
best
that?
is best a countryside.
yeah,
This is one of the smallest towns in Sapin.
without actually putting effort
countrywide.
into hiring people and getting people together and going, and is theoretically plausible.
Also, fun fact, the Twin Horns were the ones that helped rebuild their house.
Yes. Yeah.
But this is the first time Arthur has met them.
Yeah.
What is he, 4 years old now?
Yep. During
Yeah.
this trip, there's a couple things that happen. There's a sparring match. Arthur fights with
4 turning 5.
Adam.
Yes, on the trip he does age up to 5.
Yes.
Yes.
He gets a birthday present of a sword.
Where was the cake? I don't know, but there was a cake involved.
Was there a cake?
I think so.
I think I fell
that
asleep on the
might-
car ride when that was playing.
That might have been.
Yeah.
You did.
Also,
Yeah. Jasmine is a very quiet person. I
very to
believe
herself.
when he received a present from her in the form of a dagger, gift, he was astounded by the amount of words that she had spoken.
A full one.
Also, something that happens here is Arthur really gets a perspective on how rare an emitter is during this trip. As I
We'll
don't.
get
No. I can't. It was shown more importantly in the anime.
Oh. haven't
I don't
seen it.
know how much it was described in the book, but it was during one of their rest stops.
Oh.
Actually, no, it wasn't described in the book.
No.
which-
We didn't. We had one rest stop.
Yeah, one rest stop where Adam?
Yep. Adam was like, I heard you're a mage. Let's spar. And so
Let's spar with the 4-year-old.
this 4-year-old has way too much combat experience for a 4-year-old and nearly beats him.
In fact, the only issue he runs into is he's not used to this body.
My
It's
legs
too
are
small.
too short.
My legs are too short.
Too
Adam
bumbly.
tried ego peeking
He
and
did.
he almost
and
lost.
He got opt in the foot.
Yeah.
Legitimately, the only reason Arthur won is because he is not physically capable of doing everything that he wants.
Yeah.
But one of the moves that he performs was such an impressive move
It
that
was a type of feint, I
Everyone
think.
wanted-
Yep. All of the augmenters who were there, so Jasmine, his dad,
The most words we hear from Jasmine this entire trip.
teach me,
Teach me.
wanted to know how to do it.
And he proceeded to show them how.
A very basic technique on his standards.
And literally, this Arthur has not been trained by his father in the art of the sword.
No.
He got a wooden sword.
His father uses gauntlets.
He's a brawler type.
Yeah. So Arthur got given a stick or a wooden sword, and then basically almost beat this man. What kind of monster did you train, Reynolds? I didn't teach him anything.
I didn't teach him that. In fact, I want him to teach me how to do that. It was pretty much how that interaction goes. And
I learned it from reading books and watching you. Lies.
to be fair, like I said, Adam's cocky, he's an asshole, but he means well.
Yeah.
And I understand kind of where Adam is coming from because he's heard nothing except from Arthur's parents. He said, this kid's a genius, this kid's a genius, this kid's a genius. And just immediately assume, this cocky little brat,
Yeah.
he thinks that he's the absolute star.
Put him
Without
in-
actually talking to Arthur, which is where the asshole. So I understand what he thought when he wanted to go fight Arthur. And it's like, that's kind of a fair thought, but you didn't even talk to Arthur to see if you were right. And you didn't even like test the waters before fighting. No, you just went in and
Listen,
fought.
fight first, ask questions later.
That does seem like Adam.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
But as we said, he does mean well. He does have a good heart. He just
He's
doesn't.
Just dumb.
Yeah.
He's not dumb. Adam. He's Adam.
Fight.
Anyways. I think that's the main rest stop we get
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, I think it mentions maybe a couple other interactions.
Other
It's
than-
after this point we get the mention of him turning 5 years old.
Oh.
Because Jasmine,
Oh, okay.
Jasmine gives him a gift.
Gift.
Yeah, which
Yeah.
riveting conversation.
Anyways.
And then they continue traveling, and they reach it's a road that runs alongside a
Mountain
cliff.
pass, basically.
Yep.
Yep.
We're in
So-
the mountain range that separates between the
Yeah, they're running.
western
I
kingdom
will
of
mention-
Satan, human kingdom.
Their end goal here is to get to the city of Osiris. I believe it's at this point we get told that Osiris is a flying city,
Yes. There go. Yep.
which the easiest way to get to it is to get to a teleportation gate that's through this mountain pass. and to use that to get to the City of Zyrus. Because traveling there, even to the main teleportation gate, like underneath the city,
it was a
would
good, like,
take
They didn't go
years.
up. Yeah.
But yeah, running along a mountain pass, alongside a mountain, so it's cliff face to the right, and then cliff face all the way down on the left. So
Uh-huh.
everywhere up here is rocks and cliff face, and then everything down here, cliff face all the way down until it reaches
Yeah.
the forest.
It runs between Western Human Kingdom of Sapin, Northern Kingdom of
Eleanor.
Eleanor,
Eleanor.
the Elven Kingdom. There's the
And-
Southern Kingdom of
Darv.
for
Darv.
the dwarves, and then West is all Beastglades.
Wildlands.
Uncharted
Wow.
territory.
This is technically in a little corner between like Sapin, Eleanor, and the Beastglades, but
Yeah.
neither near there.
If only we had a map.
As they are
the
traveling
video.
along, they get ambushed by bandits,
Yep.
Not bandits.
which
If only they
also
were.
unfortunate. This group of bandits has
Bandito.
3 mages.
3 mages within it. Yeah, I think so.
Four?
It's the
Okay.
leader.
It's
the one with the whip.
Oh, yep.
I don't remember the details, but it's 4.
Yeah.
The
But there was-
conjurer,
Yep.
and I thought there was another augmenter mage in
There
the group.
was.
I don't remember who it is though.
All I know is
He's got chains.
yeah, they were announced that there were 4 mages because Reynolds was able to sense the mages.
Yep.
Um,
Which is good. Well, I think he also was able to sense their cores. Was he not? Or okay.
Anyway, we
If
know how
anyone
many
chooses.
mages.
There's a lot more people than that.
A lot
'cause
more
there are
archers.
A lot of them are non-mages.
Yeah. As we said, 1
this-
in 100.
This group was not planning on fighting mages, so they ambushed the wrong group, and they started pretty much losing quite quickly.
It
And
didn't.
it's fighting an experienced party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very experienced party.
Yeah.
It didn't. Yeah, they were caught off guard pretty quick, and immediately most of the non-mages went down as Angela Rose and Durden, the 2 conjurers, immediately
Were
began
just-
casting defensive spells.
Yep.
I think Jasmine got matched up against the augmenter with the whip,
And then I think
and
Reynolds was
Reynolds
fighting
went
the
against the leader, who wields an augmenter who wields the axe, and then Angela,
was running.
I think, took out the
She was
the
playing-
third augmenter really. Or
Point?
Helen took out the other augmenter, I think, right off rip
That
with her
bow
bow.
is deadly.
She's playing point defense on the top, just taking pot shots, and fighting semi-defensively, but also
Yep,
offensively.
cutting down, ripping through their archers, cutting down. I remember Reynolds gets injured pretty.
Later on.
Yeah.
Somewhat through the battle. It's not like it's 30 minutes
Yeah,
later. It's
Jasmine's having difficulty with the one wielding a whip, as she wields daggers and the whip has much more
Significantly
range.
more range.
She's doing good against him. To be fair.
Dagger v whip. Surprisingly, the daggers are winning,
Yeah.
and
She's
she's
just-
not like
she's just
throwing
good.
them.
Yep, but the whip is still a difficult problem for her
Yes.
to deal with. It is mentioned that one's a fight which
Yep.
could swing
she
either
was
way.
keeping him back, but yeah.
And yeah.
Reynolds gets hurt. We have
Like, I wouldn't say, well, without a emitter, life-threatening.
It
would've
wasn't
been fine
that
for quite a
bad.
while.
Yeah, he would have been as long as they can get out of combat, he would have
Yeah.
been fine.
Yeah.
It's not life threatening, but he probably shouldn't go back in the fight. He's not
Yeah.
going to be capable.
he.
Arthur's wondering why his mother isn't healing, and then Reynolds actually recommends to her that she doesn't heal
Yes.
Yeah.
him. For the
Basically-
reason of, if she does, they're going to know that she's an emitter. They're going to realize how valuable she is because of that, and they're going to be fighting that much harder, not even to kill them at this point, but just to get her.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is also mentioned during the fight. We overhear them try to keep the women and children alive.
Yeah.
Damaged goods are more, or
Sell for less. Damaged
Sell-
goods sell for less.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, welcome to slavery.
Yeah, that's our first.
Our first introduction to slavery exists.
Yep, and yeah, when they mentioned that, you hear from Arthur's perspective the absolute disgust he
Yeah.
has at hearing that idea,
Mm-hmm.
and Alice has, for the most part, seemed scared to use any form of healing magic at
Very
this point.
hesitant.
Yeah.
She
And-
reaches for her.
She wants to, but she can't.
yeah.
But she wants to, but she knows she should.
You can see the internal strife, in her actions.
Yep. And at this point, she does resolve herself to do
She
it,
starts mumbling a healing spell.
which Reynolds then grabs Arthur and says, "Hey, I know you're capable. I want you to know as soon as they see your
To
mother,
his 5-year-old.
as soon as your mother finishes healing me, grab her and run and
protect her.
Yeah,
Yeah, 'cause they are
you
going to
guys
fight to
also
get her.
did forget to mention that there's another passenger on
I
board.
was.
We're just to that point.
No, because they mentioned it earlier.
No. This
No, you
is
say it.
Say it.
This is where Arthur learns.
yeah.
it?
Yeah.
This
Yes.
is where Arthur learns
Protect
because
your mother and the baby inside
And the
her.
unborn.
yeah, and your
unborn
and,
baby.
I think he said yeah, and your
unborn.
unborn sibling inside or
So-
and the
something
unborn
to that
child
effect.
inside.
Yeah.
Yup.
And that's when he realizes
Yay. We were gonna
Oh.
tell you when we got to Zyrus, but we're kind of busy right now.
Take
Arthur-
your mother and run, because once they see that she's a healer, yeah.
Yeah. So he locks in.
so
To his 5-year-old.
yes. So she
That's a
heals.
mage.
Alice heals Reynolds. He
Yep.
gets up and runs back to the fight. The leader sees the healing spell, sees Arthur and Alice running, and says they've got an emitter. Take them down, and he calls out a name specifically. And that's when Arthur does a little bit of counting. He counts
2,
the leader,
3.
augmenter, the
The one that went
whip,
down.
augmenter, and the one that went down,
That's 3,
and realizes there was 4.
4.
There was one over by the archers. And as they run back down the path away from the group, he sees and hears up on the cliff the other mage, I believe,
Chanting a spell.
casting a water spell to
Yep.
wash them off the cliff. And Arthur realizes that with how big that spell is, they don't have enough time for both of them to get out of the way.
He doesn't have the weight to push her out. He doesn't
He
have
does-
the weight for them to both get
Yeah, he
out.
can't-
doesn't.
So he pushes her out of the way, knowing that he's going to get hit and washed off the cliff.
Yes.
I'm just going to say this. For the leader of the bandits to say, hey, catch them, they have an augmenter, and for the mage to immediately go, let's wash them off a cliff.
I think he said, "Forget the plan, just kill them."
He might have.
I think he did.
Forget
Yeah.
the plan. That part I do remember.
Yeah. Arthur pushes his mom out of the way, gets hit by it, starts getting washed off, and
Oh, so
Does this-
I will admit, as soon as a little bit before this, Arthur and Alice start running, and then everyone turns their focus to them, and Helen,
Takes out an archer.
an ace with a bow,
yeah, it takes out.
funk, funk, funk.
Yeah.
And then that's when it was forget the plan.
Okay, yeah, I
Okay,
think
that
that's how it
makes
was. Yeah, Arthur pushes his mom out of the way, and then
Water.
Yep, gets hit by the water, and does this trick that he learned and could do back on Earth with Key, where he imbues a dagger with mana and throws it and leaves a link
Mana tether.
Magic
between the
missile.
dagger and himself.
Interesting thing that never comes up again.
Wow.
So the mage harbor ulted.
Hits it in the mage's leg, side, whatever, and makes sure to hold on tight to that tether. And as he gets
If
thrown off the
I'm
cliff,
going down, I'm bringing you down with
He
me.
pulled the mage into his own water spell.
causing them both to fall off the cliff.
And that's
Which-
where the story ends.
This is
And then
not a
that's-
short drop.
No,
No,
this
it's
is a
mountain
cliff.
range cliff.
I believe for a few seconds of self-reflection, we are just falling, and
Well, I lived a nice life.
at least I helped.
my one regret was not seeing my little sibling.
Splat.
And then the chapter closes.
And with that closing chapter, I think we're going to draw an end to this episode here. Didn't get as far through early years as I would have liked, or I think any of us would have liked, but we did get the world pretty well established.
We
and
can keep going.
And this, I believe, is the start to the second turning point, and we will have to pick this up in our next episode of the TBATE review. Thank you all for joining. keep it zany.